you'll see that as well. They received the land, but remember, some of the stuff that was there, what was interesting was that they had makeshift tools, right? They didn't have heavy industry, they didn't have tractors, they didn't have anything like that. The guys still work on his cows and stuff like that. Water, electricity was pretty sparse. And when the guys went to the store, they were like, hey, cervezas, which is beer. Beer comes from overseas because it's in grains, and wheat and barley and stuff like that. So that you got to import them into Cuba, right? It's not very easy to grow that stuff there. So there was no beer because of, they're on an island and they're blockaded. But they have plenty of rum. Rum comes from sugar, right? And so you got to distill it, and that's it. So we will see the brothers in a bit. The second thing we saw was the school, right? Castro built, I think, more schools in the 2 to 3 years after coming into power than the previous 60 years, which is pretty impressive, right? The students all have school books, and they all want to be doctors and high-paying white-collar jobs, right? Not high-paying, excuse me, highly educated white-collar jobs, right? Nurse, engineers, doctors, right? Really, really important kind of stuff. Cool, great. The next thing we see, and again, people are pretty positive with Fidel, right? The next thing we see is urban life, right? Construction is booming here. Again, this is 1975. Construction is booming. People are building things. They are, again, education and healthcare are free. We saw the woman getting the MRI, which is a CAT scan. That is free. And the stores were stocked with goods, right? Not only the basics, but more than just the average goods. Because they're basically getting this stuff from the Soviet Union, right? I think the Soviet Union is giving them about $8 billion a day, I think they're subsidizing. So they got a lot of money to run around with. Lastly, Fidel himself. He's at the height of his power, right? He just had the Communist Party open up. He got his constitution signed into law. They were chanting his name. He did a 20-hour speech. Things are going pretty well in Cuba. Oops. But let's fast forward. We're going to go there in the great year of 1992. And let's check out Cuba and what's going on. I got to find the brothers. Here we go. All right. So here we go. 1992. He's going to start to look for people who he saw in the first one. So let's see.